This is Art Paloka reporting for BoxingTribune.com, and joining us today is Irish John Duddy, the New York and Irish sensation, now turning into a worldwide sensation because your last fight was on pay-per-view. Give us a little run-through of what your thoughts were on that fight.
My thoughts were okay. I think that I showed a little bit of ring rust on it from being out with the cuts and all after my last fight against Yorba Campus. But after the Yorba Campus fight, everybody was comparing that fight to that fight, and it's hard to compare a fight with two fighters that want to fight. A fight where one guy wants to fight and one guy wants to run, you know. But I think Anthony Basanti done what he wanted to try and do. He came to survive. He came to try and go the distance. And unfortunately, the clash of heads, but I think the way the fight was going, I was unanimously the winner anyway, but I think if I had another round with him, he wouldn't have been lasting too long.
When you saw the blood from the clash of heads, Basanti was cutting his forehead. Did you get scared a little bit? Maybe you thought it was you?
Whenever it first happened, I suppose I was the first thing that came into my head was happy days, my eyes, you know, and even when you see the clash of heads, it wasn't really that the two of us. It wasn't like the two of us smashed together. It was the two of us were throwing punches and a clinch and unfortunately he came the worse off out of it. And you know yourself with the thin skin and with the adrenaline of the fight and the blood running, it was a very hard cut for them as they stopped bleeding. And I think as much as it was the excuse for them to stop the fight, I think at the end of the day, I was hitting them with tough, hard punches, and it made the excuse easier for them to call it quits, you know.
Yeah. Now, was the pay-per-view as lucrative, I guess, as you guys expected?
It went all right. So I think that we got great numbers on it for being our first time, and we'd only been a small thing. We're not in HBO or Showtime yet, or with the Holy Grail, so to speak. But I think that it certainly opened us to a range of people that never were able to see us before, and hopefully, if we get into that kind of arena again in that situation with another highly profile named fighter, hopefully we can make another bigger impact again. Once you're starting at something, it's going to. I think at the end of the day, we weren't losing money on it, and we were earning a wee bit more than what we expected. But still, we're still not at the mega bucks yet. But keep the head down, keep working. Hopefully, we can start making the big money.
Well, he's still a young fighter. I think you got some time on your side. Now, coming into your next fight, May 18th. There hasn't been an official announcement on your opponent, so can you give us the official name?
There's the guy I'm fighting is called Dupree Strickland. He's from New Orleans. He's 19-1. I think he's got one draw as well, and I think he's 37 years of age. So he's a bit of experience. I think that in his last few fights, in a way, he's won them all. His last 6 fights, so he's going to be coming. He's a southpaw too, so I'm sure he's going to come and try and make it as hard as possible for me to enjoy myself that night and give the fans something to cheer about. But I'm looking forward to it. I've been tough in training camp as usual, and just looking forward to getting in the ring and doing the job that I love doing.
Do you ever tell your handlers over at Irish Ropes, when you look at these guys' records, 19-1, 16-1, 17-1, 68 and whatever that your boy Campus had, do you ever tell them, just give me something a little easier to look at so it's not as intimidating?
Well, I think with the attention I'm getting at the moment, everybody seems to be looking to put me on with Jermaine Taylor and fighters like that too, you know. And I suppose that's just with the amount of attention that I'm receiving from the mass public here at the moment. But we can't get ahead of ourselves, and we still have to do the groundwork in the gym and in the ring, and bring in my profile or my boxing experience along with the hype that's coming along with it. So I want to make sure that these fighters hopefully are learning me and proving me to be a better fighter in the future. And whenever hopefully I get to the heights of fighting for a world title, I don't want to be there just like a flash in the pan. I want to be a fighter that's going to be able to stay there and earn his title and keep his title, and let everybody know that I'm the real deal and not just I suppose one of them showpieces that's going to be on TV that everybody likes to see but was gone out of their minds the following year, you know.
Yeah. Now, this fight, they say it's going to be your last one in the United States for the rest of the year. They say you're taking a European tour. Can you tell us a little thoughts on that?
Well, everything in boxing, as you know, it can change from fight to fight. But the idea that they've got penciled on at the moment is maybe going back to Ireland, and we've got a great reception from the reviews of the last few fights that we've had, and people are more than eager to come out and see me and want to see me back home in Ireland again, because there was great droves of them that came over for the last fights, and I think it's about time that I had go home and show everybody what I've been learning. And
but like Germany and places like that.
Well, that Germany and whatever else, that's that's all going to be open for us. You know, it depends what kind of deals are going to be offered and what how it's going to improve me as a fighter and a boxer. You know, at the end of the day, whenever you're selling out Madison Square Garden and fighting in New York City, everybody in the world knows it. And with me coming home now, you're getting everybody calling out my name again, and we want to fight him and we want to fight him. So I'm happy. I'm very happy to go home because I've got all comers looking to fight me. So I think it's going to be another chapter in the boxing experience, but we are no way finished from America and New York, because at the end of the day, this is where the cream of the crop is and the best boxers in the world, and I want to make sure that I become a part of them high profile fighters.
You sell out the Garden Theatre with very easy work. You guys really didn't have to put much promotion into that because it was very simple sell out for yourself. In Ireland, you know, they have no problem coming across the pond and coming to the United States to watch you fight. They're obviously not going to have a problem walking down the street to watch you fight. No, are we talking big arenas here? Well,
hopefully they're on about a small arena first to start off with, but with the input that we're getting from back home from the TV and newspapers and whatnot, it seems to be probably scandalous if we were to do that, but end up probably getting kicked out of the country because there'd be so many people outside wanting to see it. So hopefully there is a few big arena names been mentioned, and everything hasn't been signed and sealed yet. As you know, the next fight's coming up. That's my next job that I got to take care of, and until I get rid of Strickland, nothing can happen in Ireland yet. So but definitely I think whenever I'm going home now in Ireland in June, we're going to be going back with a bang and making it a celebration that everybody thinks it's worthy of.
Now let's go to the middleweights. You mentioned Jermaine Taylor. What are your thoughts on his upcoming fight against Corey Spinks?
I was reading a boxing magazine not too long ago, and one of the writers wrote that if he beats Corey Spinks now, Jermaine Taylor will be the ultimate welterweight champion after his last two fights. But Jermaine Taylor is the world middleweight champion at the moment. He's undefeated and he can fight whoever he wants to fight, and at the end of the day, all the middleweights that's in the world at the moment want to fight and want to be like Jermaine Taylor. And if that's who the champion is, if I can get to that standard in my career, that's who I'll be fighting. Whether it be Felix Sturm or Miranda or Pavlik or anybody else, I don't care who it is, as long as I can prove to myself that I am willing and able or capable of fighting at that standard. Well, I'll look forward to whoever it is that'll be holding the belt at the time that I can get there. But at the moment, I'm still schooling myself and trying to become as good a professional as what I can be.
Now, you mentioned Felix Sturm. He fights out of Germany. Arthur Abraham also fights out of Germany. Are you guys trying to feel out the possibility of a fight in Europe against one of those?
No, not really, to be honest with you. Everything that we seem to have been doing from my career from the get-go has all been what's been more positive for me, and we've never needed to or had to have to call out anybody or go looking for anybody. Everybody is quite happy to come looking and fighting us, and so may that be, and I'm glad they have that, and I'm very fortunate they have that, because at the end of the day, if people are afraid of you, you're not going to earn money. You know what I mean? And everybody can see that I'm not the most perfect fighter. We've all got our weaknesses, and I'm just looking forward to hopefully going on and proving people wrong.
Well, John Duddy, it's always a pleasure to have you on board. Good luck on your fight on May 18th, and good luck on your European vacation.
Thanks very much. It's been a pleasure.